What's going on, everybody? CMG here, and welcome to episode 6 of our F1 Manager 24 Create a Team Career Mode. Today, we have some work to do. So, the last episode, I should say, we had a factory fire, and we got an email saying that we can now manufacture parts again. So, if we go to our car part development, we only have 2 days left on the side pods, and then after this 2 days are up, I'm going to cancel what's left of these rear wings so we can really kind of expedite getting some replacement parts for chassis and underfloor in here. We may have to emergency manufacture chassis at that rate, but we'll get to that when we get to that. And I know you've kind of seen it, but we have our alternate livery for Miami. That's right, 2 sprint weekends in a row, 2 alternate liveries in a row. So let's take a closer look at our new car here. Now, the race suits were kind of thrown together last second because I couldn't really think of anything, so that's going to be kind of secondary to how the car looks. But if we go to the car, I think that looks pretty good. It was just solid pink or magenta, whatever the color that is. But then I decided to kind of add a color gradient, vertical gradient with pink and the yellow color that we kind of have. And it looks really good. It looks kind of like a sunset in Miami. And seeing as our next race is Miami, I think this fits really well for our sprint weekend coming up. But seeing as we're 11 days away from Miami, we have some work to do. So first off, we are going to sim for 2 days. So we got our side pods done. So now I'm going to go in. I hate to do this, but we're going to have to cancel this. So we've got 2 rear wings here that we can kind of put on our cars. Front wing. I don't know. I think I'm going to wait on front wing and underfloor, but for now, we're going to... Can we... Wait, hold on. We might have to emergency manufacture one of these, unless we want to... Oh, well, I say that. Let us... For now, we're just going to put on our spare C1 chassis on car 1. And so we've got some things we can design here. Our side pods are done. We're going to have to manufacture another side pod. That's what we need to do. Or underfloor. Excuse me. I'm all over the place today. What can we manufacture next? Let's do a couple front wings. Actually, we can probably emergency manufacture a few of these. 2.7. We're going to have to bite the bullet here, I think. At least that's what I'm going to do. I hate to do that, but we need performance. And I'm willing to cut some corners to do that. Got side pods on both. We're going to have the underfloor on both. Suspension and chassis are next. We can get one of those things. Oh boy. We're going to be dropping a lot of money here. How much is it to emergency? Oh boy. So rushed takes 7 days for that. We may just not have a spare chassis, or we might have might not have an upgraded chassis for this upcoming race. But I want to see how long our suspension is going to take. We'll bring one. And we might emergency another one at the end. I don't want to emergency 2 of those. But, yeah. Teo's been setting us back a lot of money with these accidents of his. But, go ahead and go a little bit. we do need to also add some of this stuff to research and design. So I'm thinking for now, we have a decision to make here. I'm thinking we'll go another round of development. And we'll do down on all that. Do that. It's going to be about $4 million. So that's going to be a lot of money. It's really only marginal improvements. But something that I can live with. Now we go to underfloor, do the same thing. Wait a minute. Yeah. Sorry, I was tripping for a second. I'm gonna do that. Turn up. How will that affect? Oh, that'll be big. We'll add a fourth engineer, because that's something we kind of need quickly. And then suspension. Turn down. Turn that down, that down. That up. That up. And that down. So you should have some hella performance gains with this next upgrade package. That'll be coming at some point. But I'd like to get this current upgrade package fully equipped. That's going to be a long time before we can do that. Already did that. And that. So we only have $2.8 million left to spend for now. I think after this next round of upgrades, we're going to start going hard on research and then seeing how our car performance stands. Because we're not, realistically, we're going to shoot for ninth place this year. Scouting complete. So we'll go in. Why not? Let's scout Max. I doubt we're not gonna have anywhere near the money to get him. And we'll scout Lewis. Why not? Underfloor complete. Good. Suspension complete. So gearbox is in rough shape. Now, side pods are equipped. Suspension. Oh, so we can actually... We're going to rush that. And we'll get one more suspension. Actually, we'll get two. Alright. And we're done spending money for now. Because, look at that. $300,000. We're going to need... How are we looking? We're 7th in low-speed cornering, but 22nd in top speed. Like, near the bottom in top speed and dirty air tolerance. So, I don't even know how that'll work. But when we look at Miami... Important attributes... So we're pretty good in low-speed cornering compared to the grid. So, and that's pretty important in Miami. So we're going to go ahead and go with the pit stop time. We're going to focus on fatigue reduction for now. So confirm. Continue to race weekend. I think We're nearly ready. I'm sorry. Oh, and shocker, surprise, we got tension between our engineer and our driver. So, we can acknowledge, and that'll kind of put the issue to the forefront for both these guys, and they'll be forced to kind of confront that issue. But that'll kind of reduce their affinity, and then poor chair's mentality and his aggression will go up too. So I say we just talk to these guys like, hey, figure your shit out. You know? I don't want them to get worse. Can't get much worse than what we're dealing with now. So let's look at this. It's a balanced circuit that our car is well suited to. So the best strategy will be a one-stop. Probably. It's going to be a sprint this weekend, of course. Not expecting rain. So, should be a pretty straightforward weekend. I think we can get some pretty good points, not points, but some pretty good finishing position in this race.
Once again, we touch down in Miami as F1 returns to the Magic City.
Alright. Let's go ahead and skip FP1.
Welcome, everyone.
So, not going to waste any time. We're just going to skip sprint qualifying. Just a waste of time knowing how 17th and 18th. C and Sim were not great, but we're not terrible either. So, we'll go with that.
Well, the excitement levels continue to rise here.
There's the fake marina.
For the sprint.
Okay, so for this race, I'm going to watch this time to make sure it doesn't screw me on the strategy. No pit stops. I think we'll do the same strategy for both drivers. Nope, I see what you're doing up there. Haha, funny. Okay. I'll do the same thing for them too. Haha. It's not going to trick me this time. They're both on mediums. You see it here. They are both on mediums. I almost lost my mind in the last episode. Went back and edited, and I saw that it would just randomly switch to the different strategy when I changed the driver options for Porsche. And it did the same thing this time, and I caught it this time. But I left some little messages in the post-editing, in the editing process for you guys. So that'll be... If you got to see those, then you'll appreciate that. Sprint start. We'll manage the sprint.
And here in Miami, it's time for the sprint.
So Verstappen on pole ahead of both Ferraris.
And it's lights out and away.
Lights out and away we go. We don't get a great start. Ocon's already right up next to us. Hajar, though, he's gonna get up past Magnussen, looks like. So we actually have pretty decent pace here. So we'll go ahead, since no one else is doing it, we'll go ahead and get off of the aggressiveness for now. We'll just kind of let the race settle in, see how we do. Deploy a little bit.
Copy.
We might need to do some team orders here to... Oh, never mind.
And it looks as though there's been an incident for Lance Stroll.
Take a look at those cars. They kind of look like the Alpine for a second, especially with all the black on it. Yeah, we're going to have to change the powertrain after this session. I think since it's a sprint weekend, we can afford to do that with little issue. So with Isaac, we're gonna always defend here. Kind of build a gap to Porcher. Nope, never mind. I have no idea. Not the best sprint weekend for us. So we got a mechanical fault here. So it's caused by overheating, curbs, and condition. So I think to minimize this, we'll tell them to avoid high-risk curbs. Go a little conserve on the fuel there. Okay. See what we do here. Not looking too good. Go deploy a little bit on Hadjar, see if we can close up to the Haas. We can actually get past him. Sergeant's going to pit. Interesting. So we may actually improve position here. That'd be a first. So Hadjar's closing up to Magnuson. He gets past him. He's getting some pace now near the end. Maybe it's just that we're taking better care of our tires than the others. We are. So now we're going to go full push and see what kind of result we can get in the sprint. Gonna go full attack on the last lap, see what we can get.
Max Verstappen over the finish line.
So Hadjar actually finished in 15th. That's a lot better than usual. But yeah, Teo had a... We kind of need to look at our powertrain parts here.
We'll practice.
Skip that. So we'll go ahead and swap out. We're already on a third gearbox. Engine. Oh boy. This guy's going to cost us a lot of money. I think we're going to go ahead and put a new engine in too while we're at it. Why not? And then for Isaac, we're going to do the same thing over here. Keep the ERS in. That can go to about 40%. 45% is what I'll go to. So it's good for this race. But we're going to put all new parts just for this race. 2 flyers for Q1. See how well we can do. So we'll send out Teo Porcher first. Keeping in mind that we have upgrades on this car that can potentially get us out of Q1. Well, we'll find out. Fast forward a little bit to the end of the lap. The warm-up lap, that is. And then he locked up on the warm-up lap.
Here we are then at the 11th corner. Well, you can see the lockup.
Oh, he just probably ruined his tires doing that. That's not good. So we'll go manual control there.
Copy.
See what we can do.
Copy.
Alright. So I accidentally turned on manual control with Teo Porcher, so hopefully it doesn't carry over through the session. But we'll find out.
Copy that.
Doesn't improve. Shoot. Alright, we're still a little off the pace here. Go ahead. We have all our tires available. Do that. Already did. Okay, send Isaac out on a new set of tires. Now, I think we're ready for Teo to go. We'll wait until about 6.5 minutes for Isaac. Give the track a chance to kind of get a little quicker. And here we go. Teo's on his flyer. He will not improve on his first lap. But what will he do on his second? This is a tough track to really improve your times on. Knowing our luck. Oh, Isaac. Not gonna... Oh, actually, he is on his flying lap now. So Isaac will actually improve... not enough, though. So he's going to start at 18th. Teo Porcher, something's going on with him. He's in a slump. Has to be. And plus he has a grid penalty anyways from the last race. I forgot about that. So, we head into the Grand Prix.
Almost ready to go here in Florida.
Clear skies. We got a 3-place grid penalty, so we were starting last anyways. So this is a weird strategy. What's quicker? We're going to do this strategy, make that work. And for Isaac... I don't know. I do not like... I think we'll just stay on that one. So 3-stop strategy for Isaac Hadjar. Can we make that work? We'll underfuel them by a lap. In case a safety car comes out. My bad. Do the same for Teo. Now, we're going to start race. And then hopefully we'll get a good result today. We'll see.
Here we go with the Miami Grand Prix.
Might be a little more hands-on in this race, considering it if we're in a little bit of battling. So we'll see. Good start there. Not for Porcher, but Hadjar's up to 17th. He's doing pretty well this weekend. Gets past Joe. Now he's going to start chasing after Ocon. We'll see if he can get it done. But, yeah, Teo Porcher already half a second behind. He's just having a bad weekend. And I hope that doesn't continue into the next race, too. Because this is a car that should be a little bit better now. Especially at a track that should suit it well. We'll go fast forward to the end of this first lap. What am I doing? How do I... There we go. DRS enabled. Get off the...
Copy, copy.
Isaac, we're going to try to use some ERS to stay within that second. If we can do it. I hope we can. We just can't. We can't stay within freaking DRS, the cars in front of us. And then the cars behind us are just going to be barreling down. It's already happened to us once. Kind of cool down our tires a little bit before we get back into it. I'll do that. Just don't let Gasly get too far away here. We're still not good in the corners. I don't know why that's the case. It should be a little bit better at least. But Teo Porcher, deploy a little bit with him. Kind of catch back up to the Saubers there. And he's done it, but now he's fighting with Zhou and Bottas. Hadjar back up to 17th for a brief second. I'll try to deploy a little bit. Uh-oh.
Here's the replay.
Show the
Here we are then at turn 17.
Show the overtake on Gasly. They look like the same exact car. And nice move by Isaac.
To 17th.
Lovely.
Now I'm
We'll see if he
thinking
can
here, possibly Ocon's part of that.
deploy a little bit of ERS with Teo Porcher. Hopefully kind of drive away a little bit. And we just can't manage to do that. Now, we'll go full attack with Isaac. We're going longer on a set of softs than on a set of medium. I'm not going to ask. This is a very aggressive strategy we have Isaac on. Why? I saw that and I was like, there's no way a 3-stop can be that quick. Pit stop issue for Magnussen. Happened here. Just doesn't really give a good example of what happened. Okay, those tires were changing color. I don't know if you saw that, but go back to the tape. We gotta see those tires. Those tires were just changing colors from soft to hard. That's what she said. Teo is about to enter his pit window now. So we'll go full attack there. Now with Isaac, everybody's kind of... We're going to pit next lap. With Isaac Hadjar. And Teo Porcher. How's he going to do here? We'll pit him next lap for a set of medium tires. He's gonna pit there.
Copy.
Yeah, his tires are just gone. So Hadjar down to 21st. What is... What? I don't get it. We're on a set of frickin'... It doesn't really help we're getting lapped either, I don't think. But... Whatever. Whatever. Okay, we actually did get past Magnussen. So... Take a look there. Isaac in 19th. Bottas pitting, finally. How's our energy going? I think we're gonna top up a little bit on our energy. So, it says we're not losing a lot on our lap times, but I'd like to go back to neutral with Isaac. Teo Porcher getting, I think, passed by Logan Sargent. Not sure. He might have already been in last. But, and go back to fast forward. Well, I mean, we're actually fighting with other cars now. We're not just being left in the dust like the... Okay, we're kind of losing our... We shouldn't be, though. We're going to go a little aggressive. Hopefully we can close up to Magnussen a little bit. Go full attack now. So as we're nearing the end of our stint, Magnussen pits. That's a interesting call there. I think we're going to go a little long on this set of softs, but we'll call it now. Yeah. Perfect timing. Now we're in dead last. Go attack till we get our tires in.
And here we've got a yellow
Temperature. Sargent spun. What happened there? Average Logan Sargent moment. Nice. Not in his home race. Come on. You're not going to keep your seat doing that sort of stuff. But anyway. 21st and 22nd right now. But I think we're on a good set of tires. At least with Isaac. We're going to try to close up. And we're going to tell Teo Porcher... Oh, never mind. He's actually about to get into a battle with the Saubers. I imagine. So, we're going to have Teo get out of the way here. Not hold up his teammate, who's on the much quicker tires. There we go. Yeah, they're on different strategies, so we don't really want them getting in the way of each other there. Hadjar, though, has a lot of pace on this set of softs. He has left Bottas in the dust. Oh my goodness. Problem is, we're not really making headway on the cars in front of us now. How are the times looking? Okay, now we're doing pretty good. Liking our pace here. Teo is about to... I'm going to go a little conservative on our tires here. Try to get us to that... as close to the optimal stop lap as possible with Porcher. Because either way, we're going to be on fresh rubber near the end. Should be able... Uh-oh. Okay, I didn't miss too much. I was worried there for a second. So we'll pit Teo this lap. We might be able to pit Isaac in another lap or two. Alright. I think with Isaac, we're actually going to pit him now. Sure, we'll do that. Get Teo up to temperature here. Good enough. And we'll just run him to the end, see how that goes. But we're going to come out well ahead of Bottas and the Sauber. So, we might have a decent amount of pace here. And I'll be monitoring how close we are to the end and how our tire wear is at that point. Because I want to push to the end and see what kind of result we can get. Because this might be our best result of the season if we can just keep the car on track. Isaac's been pretty, he's been pretty trustworthy this year in terms of his, racing, not crashing his car, but I'm gonna knock on wood. I won't knock right next to the microphone this time. I know might have ruined some eardrums in the, the last episode doing that, but I learned my lesson, at least with some things I have. We'll deploy with Gasly to kind of, or not Gasly, with Hadjar to kind of get him away from Gasly. Closed up, maybe. Uh-oh. Okay, we're looking okay. Ocon is on old mediums, so we might be able to push in a lap or two. You know, we're gonna do it now. We can get a 15th place. Teo's actually doing pretty good too. So we'll call that. Do that. Oh, we need to conserve now. Oh no, I just now noticed. We might run out of fuel. Oh, we have just enough. We have just enough fuel, but we're just short of that 15th place. Verstappen, the race winner. Was he actually in a battle? It looked like he was. Wow. He had one of the Ferraris right behind him. I think that's Sainz.
Just the perfect end to what has been.
Yeah, good result today for the team. 16th and 19th is nothing to scoff about, especially when we actually were overtaking cars on track. That's not having to rely on retirements and stuff. I'm proud of that. Way to go, team. So yeah, Max Verstappen's your winner, ahead of Carlos Sainz, Leclerc, both Ferraris there. Both McLarens behind them and round out the top 5. Here's your driver standings. Max Verstappen leads by 61 points over both Ferraris, who are tied at 101. Red Bull still leads by not terribly large margin, because Perez is not carrying his weight with the team right now. Mercedes down there with Aston Martin, 4th and 5th. We're still down in 11th. We haven't had enough good results as a team to put us past kick for the time being. We just gotta keep developing our car. We're still so far off from like RB, because that's the realistic goal here to round out the top 10. Maybe get some off chance of getting some points there. But now, pit stops. We actually got the 7th fastest stop with Porsche. So that puts us in 8th in that championship. And yeah, he had a bad... Hadjar had a pretty bad stop in his middle one. And Porsche's, both of his stops were actually pretty decent. So I'll take that. Decent result. We fulfilled our goal with Isaac, not so much with Teo. So I think Isaac's been our more consistent driver, I'd say, for the time being. He actually goes up in a rating now. So we'll have to take that into consideration when choosing our driver lineups for next year. But anyway, we failed another freaking underfloor. That's a next episode problem. Take a look. Mentality, negative. Mentality, enthusiastic. Real quick, we'll go into scouting. Look at 2 race engineers. So I think this game is a lot more forgiving with the open to negotiate part. So I think we're going to look at Mark Slade here to replace one of our engineers. Of course, Bono is our #1 target, in my opinion. We'll have him in that first car, maybe. Depending on who we end up holding on to for our drivers. because Teo Porcher has frankly been disappointing to start out. But Isaac's been doing really well, so he's probably my number one target to re-sign at this point in time. Teo Porcher, his mentality is just so bad at the moment. I don't know what we do to fix it. Just doesn't have a good relationship with his engineer. Isaac doesn't either, but he's making it work. So, yeah, looking at our affiliates, nothing to write home about. Kind of low ratings there. So we'll look into some affiliate drivers real quick. Go into the F2. See what we got. Someone who's not part of a team right now. I think Paul Aaron's a good guy to scout. We'll do that. So that is going to be episode 6 done. It's promising things to take away from the last race, but also some work to be done to getting us further up the field. I think 9th or above is achievable over the course of this season, but we're just going to have to keep chipping away at the teams in front of us. I think we've already done that with Sauber and Williams. We just got to chain some results together to get past them. But for now, thank you guys for watching this episode. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.